Ketamine is an anesthetic medication used primarily in the induction and maintenance of anesthesia. It's used just like some of the other anesthetics, but has some important differences. In this video, I'll give you my visual mnemonic to help you remember all the important facts about ketamine. If you're ready to hit the trail, then let's go. You know what I like best after a long day on the Appalachian Trail? That's right, a nice hot cup of tea. That's why I always bring my trusty kettle on hikes. By the way, this kettle should help you remember that this video is about ketamine. Get it? A kettle for ketamine? I've really fallen in love with this nomadic lifestyle. You know, there's nothing more nomadic than backpacking to a different place to camp every night. Check out my backpack and tent used to support this nomadic way of life. By the way, nomads should help you remember NMDA, which is important because ketamine acts at NMDA receptors in the brain. Get it? Nomad for NMDA? More specifically, ketamine acts as an NMDA antagonist to this receptor. Let's move on. Whoa, looks like we have an unwelcome guest. I don't know what this beast is, but it startled my friend so badly that she fainted. By the way, doesn't fainting or passing out kind of remind you of anesthesia? You know, since anesthesia knocks you right out. Ketamine causes central nervous system depression, which can result in sedation and anesthesia. This explains why ketamine can be used in the induction and maintenance of anesthesia. But you knew this already, right? Let's talk about why ketamine is different than other anesthetics. In particular, look at our other nomad here. He's ready to put it all on the line and fight. This guy in a fighting stance should make you think of the fight or flight response, or sympathetic activation. This is important to remember, since the sympathomimetic function of ketamine is one of the most important features that sets it apart from other anesthetics. Since it activates a fight or flight-like response, you get increases in heart rate, blood pressure, respiratory rate, and you also see bronchodilation. One thing you may know is that most of the other anesthetic drugs cause hypotension and respiratory depression. So if a patient already has dangerously low blood pressure or has a respiratory condition like COPD, you may not want to use them. Instead, you may want to use ketamine. This sympathetic activation is super important, and if you see ketamine on test day, this is how they will test you. While our friends have been distracted by the beast, it looks like our kettle is now piping hot. Yeah, you could even say that this kettle is under a lot of pressure. Weird. I never noticed that my tea kettle looks so much like a head before. It's very Beauty and the Beast-esque. But whatever, this increased pressure and head-like kettle should help you remember increased intracranial pressure. Ketamine can increase cerebral blood flow, increasing the pressure inside your skull. Since ketamine doesn't cause hypotension or respiratory depression, this increase in intracranial pressure is the big side effect to remember on test day. I should probably help our friend with the beast, so let's quickly wrap up this scene. Ketamine is an NMDA antagonist in the brain that is used in the induction and maintenance of anesthesia. As a sympathomimetic, it causes a fight or flight-like response, which can present as an elevated heart rate or blood pressure. Lastly, don't forget that ketamine can cause increased intracranial pressure. And that's all for Pixarize's scene on ketamine. We'll see you next time.